this meeting of the Springfield Board of Education to order. We have a roll call, please, Chris.
Mrs. Collins.
Here.
Mr. Hass.
Here.
Mr. Dinkins.
Here.
Mr. Hofer.
Here.
Mrs. Dodson.
Here.
And we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I caught you.
I believe next on our agenda is a presentation by Mary Meadows.
Good evening. I'm proud to be in front of you tonight as the principal of Roosevelt. Welcome to our school. And I also am proud to present to you a program that until I was the principal at Roosevelt, I did not even know was taking place within the Springfield Local School District. We have with us here at Roosevelt, in conjunction with our high school, a program that's called the Little Buddies Program. The Little Buddies Program is in conjunction with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I would like to read their mission and their vision statement with you before I go ahead and tell you a little more about the program. The mission of Big Brothers Big Sisters is to provide children facing adversity with a strong and enduring, professional supported, one-to-one relationship that changes their lives for the better, forever. And their vision is that all children will achieve success in life, which is what our vision is also here in Springfield Local Schools. We want children to be successful, and we want them to love learning and to be just, loving everything that they do. So with Big Brothers Big Sisters, what happens is Big Brothers Big Sisters reached out to our high school, and they provide the bigs. So there are students at the high school that are being interviewed to be the bigs for students that are here at Roosevelt Elementary School that will be interviewed to be the littles. They will meet one time a week, Wednesday nights, from 3:30 to, I believe it's 5 o'clock. It might be 5:30 though, because I'm going off the top of my head. And they will meet for the rest of the school year during that time frame. They will have a one-to-one relationship where the big will help the little do things such as homework, have self-respect, have someone specifically to talk to in case they have any problems in school, including something at home. They could be like a bullying situation, either at home or at school. They could talk to their big about that. And they provide snacks for our students also before they go home. This is a beneficial program to Roosevelt. I believe it's beneficial to the high school students too. Everybody learns some responsibility from within the program. And I just am so excited to have it here. And I'm sorry that I didn't know about it. This is our third year that we had Big Brothers Big Sisters here at Roosevelt. Any questions about it?
Just a couple of questions, Mary. So the bigs are all Springfield High School students?
They are.
Okay. And
Yes.
do you know about how many you have enrolled in the program here?
Last year we had 25 students enrolled in the program. This year we have applications for about 33 right now, and I had a couple more come in just the other day. So we're looking at 35-ish as a number. I'm not exactly sure how many bigs they've interviewed at the high school at this point, and I am actually waiting for parents to give us permission slips back so that we can interview the littles, because we'll interview the littles also to make sure that they're interested in being involved in the program.
Okay.
What a beneficial program to both our high school students and our elementary students.
Absolutely. And
Thanks
it
for
was-
making us aware.
It will help us be more successful as a community.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
It is recommended that the board approve the minutes of the regular meeting of October 15th, 2013, and the special meeting of October 31st, 2013.
Second.
Who motioned it in here?
I believe Mary Lou did.
Mary
Dave
Lou.
second.
Thank you. Mrs. Dodson.
Yes.
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins.
Yes.
Mr. Hess.
Yes.
Mrs. Collins.
Yes.
Motion passed. Are there any citizens' comments on the agenda items? Seeing none, it is recommended that the board approve payment of bills for the month of October pending audit.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Collins.
Yes.
Mr. Hess.
Yes.
Mrs. Dodson.
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins.
Yes.
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Motion passed. It is recommended that the board approve a resolution for payment of bills per Ohio Revised Code, Section 5705.41D.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Dinkins?
Yes.
Mrs. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Hess?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
Motion passed. It is recommended that the board accept the financial reports from the treasurer for October 2013.
So moved.
Second. Question. Did those come through?
1 minute, let me get,
Okay.
I'll forget. Okay, go ahead.
Did those come through? I had trouble getting all the reports through.
Email?
Not sure. I don't see it in an exhibit here, or is there no exhibit?
Yeah, I didn't get them either, Chris.
Yeah, mine, it's not
Didn't come
listed
through.
as well.
Can we table that until next month until we can?
Table that one?
Yep.
Yep, that's what we need to
Last
do.
month's then?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Here's the attachment. There's nothing on the attachment?
Mine doesn't have an
I don't
attachment.
have it. And I didn't get it via email either.
Okay, I have it. Okay,
I know.
we'll do that. We'll table this till,
Next month?
yeah, we'll have October and
October and November?
Yep, that's fine.
Thank you, Chris.
That's cool.
That's no problem.
Thank you.
Table.
Item 10, it is recommended that the board approve the following personnel items. Accept a resignation from teacher Don Wallace for his teaching assignments periods 3 through 6. He will continue to teach one class plus the percentage of prep per contract for one class effective Monday, November 4th. Accept the resignation of teacher Kara Mitchell effective October 21st, 2013. Accept the resignation of classified bus monitor Billy McQuillan effective November 8th, 2013. Accept the resignations of classified employees Melissa Dobbins effective November 11th and Marjorie Thomas effective November 22nd, 2013. Accept the retirement resignation of classified employee Shirley Huffman effective January 1st, 2014. Employ Christina Garrison as a substitute bus driver per the negotiated contract pending proper licensure effective first day assigned. Employ Jeanette Carney and Joyce Price as classified substitutes per the negotiated contract pending proper licensure effective first day assigned. Employ Tina
Rhodey.
Rhodey as a classified 2-hour cafeteria employee pending proper licensure effective November 11th, 2013. Approve the following sports supplemental contracts for the 2013-14 school year pending proper licensure as listed. Approve the following volunteer coaches for the 2013-14 school year pending proper licensure. That's Glenn Smith, volunteer JV boys bowling coach, and Rob Kreifeld, volunteer JV girls bowling coach.
So moved.
Second.
That's unfortunate. Mr. Wallace has to curtail some of his teaching.
Okay, he will be missed.
Yes, he's a
Yeah.
very good math teacher.
He's definitely a fixture at the top 25 banquets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
Mrs. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins?
Yes.
Mr. Hess?
Yes, motion passed. It is recommended that the board approve a portrait agreement with Life Touch NSS for spring pictures at Roosevelt Elementary.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments?
Is that something I send to you?
Did they take fall
Yes,
pictures
indeed.
and spring pictures?
They did take our fall pictures. This is just contract to take it through the spring.
Oh, okay. We do this annually?
Do we
the
do this
contract
annually? Well, considering we changed a little bit, some buildings had one company, some buildings had another company, I'm just making sure that everybody that's on here gets on the meeting minutes.
We did a contract
Okay.
with Life Touch recently.
Yes. Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
Mrs. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mr. Hess?
Yes,
Mr. Dinkins?
Yes.
motion passed. It is recommended that the board approve a resolution authorizing the advance of local taxes by the county fiscal office for the 2013 tax year payable in 2014.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Vote please, Chris.
Mr. Hess?
Yes,
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins?
Yes.
Mrs. Dodson?
Yes.
Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
It is recommended that the board approve a resolution authorizing a transfer from the General Fund 001 to the Construction Fund 010 in the amount of $725,752.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments on this?
Mrs. Collins,
Yes.
Mrs. Dodson,
Yes.
Mr. Hofer,
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins,
Yes.
Mr. Hess.
Yes, motion passed. Item 14, Treasurer's Report.
That's quick.
I'm trying to think of a different report, because this is just, I like a budget versus actual, because it gives you a true indication of where we're at any given point in the year, but it's kind of, I'm getting kind of stale on it.
You'd add some pizzazz to it?
Yeah, I just want to try to, I'm thinking of something different, but it does give a good representation of how we're doing. I'm going to focus on the expenditure side, the revenue side right now for this month, because there's some things that are going on in the district that everybody here would probably like to hear too. Real estate. You know, you're seeing that real estate property taxes are going up this year versus last year. Now, a couple things that are causing it is we do have a considerable amount of new construction. If you drive around Springfield, there are new homes going up. New construction generates new revenues. And the big thing, though, is we had a commercial, some quite large commercial buildings that had that won, basically. They appealed their taxes, their valuations down at the state level. That's how they do it. If you own a large commercial property and you want your appraisal to go down, it goes down to a commission, and they won, so we got hit last year. So we're back to normal levels for this year. You'll see on line 1.035, that's the foundation from the state. We're actually getting a little bit more money from the state than we did last year, which is a good thing. So we're up right now, 4 months actual, 8 months estimate, up 3% from last year on our revenues, which we haven't been able to say that. Anytime Springfield is managing their finances in the past, and since I've been here, is to attack the expenditure side of the equation, because the revenue side was always going down. Well, now we have a little help from the revenue side, so. But we're still keeping our expenditure side intact. I expect the 5% increase over prior year to go down. Again, we're talking 4 months actual, 8 months estimate, and most treasurers are very conservative when they put together their budget. So, and the bottom line is like it's been since the last couple of years. We're maintaining fiscal health. Nothing dramatic is occurring. Our bottom line is pretty much the same as it's been for the last year and a half, so that's a good thing. Any questions?
Expenditures look like they're up slightly from last year, just.
Right now they are. If you look at, say, like in personnel, my assistant treasurer does a fabulous job with this spreadsheet that basically tracks everybody's salaries, everybody's taxes, and she predicted it at 3.5, her spreadsheet. If you take the first 4 months that are actual from July through October and add them up, and take the first 4 months actual of last year, July through October, we're tracking at about 3.5% increase, which is what we expect because of the contracts that are in place and stuff like that. So there's no big surprises. I'm hoping on the next line, on the benefit line, for the medical benefits to go down, but the last year and a half, we've had some significant claims versus in years past, and that just goes in cycle when you're self-insured. It doesn't, it doesn't take much, one heart attack and, whatever. It's just the nature of the beast. That line still hasn't been impacted by the Affordable Health Care Act, so we're kind of all holding our breath on what's going to happen on that. It's the big mystery out there in the industry, so we're keeping a close eye. And if it changes dramatically, I'll note it.
And would it be next year we would see those impacts?
Yes, yes.
Chris, why do you see the dip, why do you see the dip in November on benefits?
Because I anticipate a half-month premium. See, when you have a self-insured fund, we have an actuary that basically says in my 024 fund, which is my insurance fund, I need to have a balance of about $650,000 to pay the bills. Once you go above that $650,000, the auditors say you don't have to, you can not have a month. Well, when you go way down below, then you might have to have a month and a half that goes from the general fund to the 024 fund. It doesn't change us paying our medical bills. It's just how the fund is doing is the balance. I know that can be confusing, but every year Medical Mutual provides me with what they think is a healthy balance in the account, and the auditors check that. That's one of the things they do check every year.
Very good. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Business managers report. Is Dan down there? Seems like a very long table.
Down here.
Maybe I shouldn't be down here. Should be home sleeping, but getting rest on all of the nervous energy that's coming with this move. As all administrators are doing a great job. There's a lot of meetings, a lot of spreadsheets, checking off items. Today it's anywhere from trash cans to meeting with the bus people over the bus routes and the bus traffic, the parent pickup drop-off scenario. So all our days are filled with nervous energy, but I think we'll get it done in about a month here. So I have nothing else to say except I want some sleep and then come back to work.
So, good. Keep focusing on the move. Thank you, Dan. Superintendent's report.
And just a big thank you to Dan. People sitting here have no idea how much work he's doing in regards to this movement. Even though tongue-in-cheek he's saying that he needs rest, he is handling a lot of stuff right now. So Dan, thanks for everything that you're doing. We appreciate it. First thing on my agenda tonight is our next board meeting in December. It's the 17th. I'm proposing that we hold that board meeting in the new community room in the new high school. I'm also going to propose, instead of a 6 o'clock start, that we start at 5:30 because there's a choir in the there's a choir program in the auditorium that night at 7 o'clock. So if it's okay with everyone, 5:30 work?
I'm good with that.
Works for me. Yeah.
Perfect. Last Saturday, we opened the time capsule. We had a great turnout at the high school. Lots and lots of people, more than you could have ever imagined, were there to see the opening of that and go on the final farewell tour of that building as well. It was a lot of fun. It had the atmosphere of a family reunion, so it was great to see the Springfield pride. It was great to see people reconnect that hadn't seen them each other in years. We saw lots of hugs going on, lots of smiles. Everything was really positive, so it was a lot of fun.
So what I thought was neat, sorry to interrupt, was so many people carrying around their yearbooks.
Yeah.
And it was, some of our older residents and younger residents, and a lot of them were carrying around the yearbooks and going back and forth with each other and stuff, and that was really neat to see.
We're in the midst of planning our dedication ceremony for the new high school. That is going to take place on Saturday, January the 4th at 10 o'clock in the morning. The dedication ceremony will be at 10, and we will begin having tours at 11 o'clock. Tours will go from 11 to 2. So if you don't want to come to the dedication, that's fine. Tours will be going on throughout the afternoon until 2 o'clock if you'd like to see that new building. So we welcome the community to come. The new building is beautiful. I think everybody's going to love it. As far as our student calendar, we have just a little switch in it to accommodate our move into that new school. Students at the junior high and high school, grades 7 through 12, on December 20th, which is the last day of school before Christmas break, those kids won't go to school. Teachers will go to school. Elementary kids will go to school, but kids in grades 7, 12 won't have school that day. Teachers will be busy packing up their rooms for the move, which will take place over the Christmas break. Then when we come back after the Christmas break, that first day back is January the 6th. Same thing, elementary kids will be in session. January 6th, kids in grades 7 through 12 will not be in session. Teachers will be here though, and they'll be busy putting things away. So we needed to carve out some time for teachers actually to pack things up and get things unpacked as well. And that's just impossible to accomplish when you have kids with you all day long. So that is the schedule, and we'll be getting that information out to parents pretty quick here.
Is there a need to make up any of that time for
No,
Scholastic?
there is not, because the rest of the district will be in session. I got a card from Nancy Michael, our art teacher at the high school, and on December the 6th at 7 o'clock at Lock 3, they will be unveiling our art students' banner for the first night program that they have there. And that night is Spartan night, and the Spartanaires will also perform that night. And all Springfield students and family and friends will receive $1 off skate rental if you would like to attend that evening.
What time is that?
7 o'clock,
December 6th at Lock 3?
correct.
Okay.
Probably in the news, you've read a lot about Common Core, and there seems to be a lot of controversy out there about the Common Core curriculum right now. The state of Ohio is in the midst of that controversy. I guess what I would like to do is go on record and say Common Core curriculum is a good thing. It is not something that's being forced on us at the federal level. It is a state initiative. It's always been a state initiative. It's a matter of trying to raise the bar and make the curriculum tougher for kids, because not only are our students nowadays competing with students from other states in the United States, they are competing globally. So the kids need to know more than what they've known in the past. So Common Core is raising that bar. Common Core is a good thing. It is raising academic standards. So you're going to be reading in the news quite a bit about Common Core. But in my opinion, and most educators' opinion in the state of Ohio, Common Core is a good thing. The state has invested millions and millions of dollars on Common Core and professional development and getting our teachers ready for the implementation of that next year. I think it would be a shame if the state of Ohio decided all of a sudden not to be involved with Common Core. And finally, the last thing that I have is with House Bill 59, there have been lots of changes to the law. Another one of the little quirks with House Bill 59 is appointments of board members to JVSs, in our case to Portage Lakes Career Center. There are now certain qualifications beginning January 1st that board members at the JVS have to have in order to serve on that board. An appointed board member must have experience as a chief financial officer, chief executive officer, a human resource manager, or other business, industry, or career counseling professionals. Or they have to be qualified to discuss the labor needs of the region with respect to the regional economy, or represent employers in the region served by the JVS who are qualified to consider the state's workforce needs and an understanding of the skills, training, and education needed for current and future employment opportunities in the state. So things have changed quite a bit. We can't simply anymore just appoint 3 people or 2 people who are on our board. They have to meet these qualifications. And it's not just with our board, it's with every board who's appointing folks to joint vocational schools. Those appointments are now for 3 years. In the past, they've always been 1-year appointments. In the future, it'll be a 3-year appointment. We will have to appoint 2 people to the Portage Lakes Career Center sometime between January 1st and January 15th. We can't appoint new people until after the beginning of the new year when new people take office. So what we're going to do here at Springfield is, if there are people out there, including our own board members who are qualified, please send us your resume so we can take a look at them. I will work with Dustin to get the qualifications up on our website and let people know what the application process is if you're interested in being a board member at Portage Lakes. So if you know of people, or if there are people here who are interested and qualified, please let us know.
Probably we need to have them actually, because Portage Lakes has to have a meeting before January 15th, so we will
Correct.
probably need even a few days before that.
We will.
To have our people nominated.
Absolutely. That is all I have.
Very good. Items worthy of your note. November 21st, Roosevelt conferences, 4 to 8 p.m. Also on November 21st, Young conferences from 4 to 8 p.m. November 28th and 29th is Thanksgiving vacation, no school. December 2nd, Conference Comp Day, no school. December 9th is a late start, 2-hour delay. December 17th is our next regular Board of Education meeting. And as Bill said, that is going to be at the new community room at 5:30. December 23rd, winter vacation begins, and January 6th, classes resume. Are there any citizens' comments at this time? Yes.
I'm Dorothy Snyder, and I'm one of the committee concerning the hanging of the pictures, the graduation pictures for the students. And I'm here to say that we are still working on it. We have not given up, and we have made some progress. So be patient, we'll get it done. Okay?
Thank you for that report. We appreciate it. Anybody else? Seeing none, any board member comments? All right. I just make a quick comment regarding the Portage Lakes Career Center appointments, and, I know that I've had the honor of being appointed to that board the last 4 years, and Portage Lakes Career Center is an amazing place. In that time period, I've had one resident come up to me and said, "We never should have given up our vocational programs. That was a big mistake." And I said, "You got it all wrong. Portage Lakes is able to offer so much more from a vocational standpoint than we could have ever done as a school district, and they can do it. They can offer more. They can offer it more cost effective. It is just a great learning environment for those students who wish to pursue that route, and it's critically important that we have good, capable, qualified members representing the Springfield Local School District on that board. I personally am not a fan of the new state law and the way that it's structured. I think that the people who represent Springfield on the Portage Lakes Board should be elected and appointed from the elected people here at the Springfield School Board. But we really have no choice on the matter, and we must follow state law. And I just really want to stress that it's critical that we find highly skilled, highly qualified people who are very passionate and concerned about the welfare of Portage Lakes Career Center and the students that we send there.
Go ahead.
I attended in Columbus one of the meetings during the Capitol Conference about this change, and they did say that even retirees could apply also if they had that experience. And it kind of became a lot broader in their perspective than what was just outlined, what Bill outlined it. They kind of gave a lot of leeway one way or the other. I would hate to be a superintendent and have 9 board members who have never sat on a board in January and not knowing what they're doing. But we have to comply by the law. But it's because of one gentleman in Southwest Ohio who was disgruntled, and he's the second guy in the Senate. Wiseman?
Senator
Or
Widener.
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 Yeah, Senator Widener. And this is all his little doings. He had it a little more strict, and they did lift some of the things off of it, but it's ridiculous.
One of the things that's very frustrating with House Bill 59 is what we have to do with the home districts. It's an unfunded mandate, and it puts extra strain on our resources because they don't give us the money to work these moves, watch over the resumes, and make the appointments. It is just another thing that they've stacked on us, and you got to work through it. So it's an unfunded, underfunded mandate, and it's highly frustrating. It really is, because in one technical area, the people from the JVS district may not even live in that taxing district, so we're not even sure of some of the constitutionality of it, but it is right now the law of the land until that's challenged. But it's extremely frustrating, not just from our board, but from the boards of Greene and Manchester and Coventry.
Very good. Unless there's any other comments, I'll seek a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Dave?
Dave?
Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Hess?
Yes.
Mr. Dinkins?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mrs. Dotson?
Yes.
Approved.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
One to Coke tonight.
We doggone it, I should have bet somebody.
When you go 31?
minutes.
You're not complaining, are you?
No, it seems like we've had
That's
this
what I thought.
Yeah. We have.
This is a long spread, this table. This is like the longest we've ever had.
Jamie.